Okay, so it's been about 8 weeks and a few days. So, um, yeah, 8 weeks and 2 days since I had my injection. Um, I think puberty is just kicking in, so I'm having mood swings, just being an absolute brat. I hate it. I think it's worse this time around, puberty, because I'm aware of what's going on to me. Like, I know I can predict that I'm going to feel this way and stuff, so it's just more frustrating that I can't stop it because I know that it's happening, as opposed to when I first had puberty when I was like 13 and I had no idea what was going on with me. I was like, oh, this is just who I am. I'm this emo kid, but actually, I know that right now it's because I'm going through puberty and I know exactly the hormone imbalance and whatnot is going on. Um, well, what has happened? So, I've shaved for the first time today. I've been kind of frustrated about it because I have no one to ask to get advice about it. Like, I'll happily look through the internet and stuff, but I feel like I feel better having someone to physically and verbally tell me how to do it as opposed to reading on my own. It just doesn't filter in properly in my head, so I still feel kind of like, I don't know. But I just went with it. I did my usual like facial cleansing routine. I had a shower, exfoliated to bring the hairs to the surface and blah blah, and shave. Which I don't know. I shaved just to. It has been growing, but I wanted to make sure it would grow evenly because, I just want it to look. Don't want to look patchy. I don't really care about beards. I'm not very into it. But yeah. So there's that. I know I've been feeling kind of down about it. It's not. It's kind of frustrating. You would think that being on the path of transition and having like hormone therapy so far, like that's step one for me. Well, step one was coming out, obviously. This like step one of transitioning. You would think I'd be more excited about it, which I am. I'm excited about all the future changes, but it's supposed like I'm still in this body that is uncomfortable for me, so it's just not as exciting. Like I'm having all of these like changes biologically, I guess, but my physical appearance is still the same. I guess my features, like people have been telling my features are kind of slowly becoming looking more masculine in my face, but obviously I still have body parts that don't 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 satisfy me as a person, I guess. So there's that. It's just not as fun. I don't know what words to use. It's not as positive of a change as I thought it would be, I guess. And as I was saying, like not being able to ask people, I think it's just very uncomfortable to ask people. Like I know I have new friends, like new male friends, that I could ask, but I just don't feel comfortable with having to speak so in depth about it. So I have had my second injection. I had that last week on the NHS, so I was doing privately, and I've changed over my prescription, and the person who's giving it to me to another clinician. So my general practitioner, she's doing it for me. So that's really nice. I don't have to pay so much just to get my injection. I guess my voice is deep. People saying that they can't actually recognize my voice on the phone, which is a really big perk, I guess, which is quite nice. So it means when I meet new people, people don't really know. They call me sir. I've been called sir a lot more now, which it's just funny because when I was like 14, people would call me sir anyway. I wasn't even wearing a binder. I'd be wearing like a bra. I was like quite heavy chested, and people would still call me sir, call me a boy and stuff, which was nice. But I think for some reason now it's just not happening as much, even though my voice is like this and my voice should be. I don't know. It's just how it is, I guess. It is kind of discomforting that in class, because there are people from my old year, last year here, I still haven't got the confidence to correct people. Like I have no confidence in myself whatsoever to correct a person. Yeah. I find it uncomfortable because I feel like it draws attention to myself. So if I'm with a group of people and one person calls me she, I won't jump out and say actually no, because I feel like the gravity of the situation will just turn awkward, and I just don't want it to happen. It just makes me feel really anxious. But I have been feeling really crap about it, so I guess I'm kind of bringing it on myself in that sense. I don't know. Um, Other than that, I guess things are getting better. I'll be going on holiday to the Philippines in a couple of months, which is actually the place where I had first started to kind of discover. Sorry. So I first started to kind of think about gender properly. I properly confront it within myself, because over there I was always mistaken for a guy. Like, it was, they're quite open, like with sexuality and gender. They're quite, I'd say lenient, or more lenient over there, and relaxed about it and liberal, as opposed to like Western countries and stuff. And I was like called sir. People thought I was my mum's brother, which is really nice, and I just kind of felt more comfortable about it there. So I feel like it will be a nice break up my year to just have that relaxation mode and be with my family and stuff, which is pretty nice. Another thing that's kind of worrying me is the fact that I'm going to on holiday with my course, which is exciting, but I have just little problems for just like really minor things, like my passport saying that I'm female is a problem. Like, it just brings up loads of anxiety within me. Like, what happens when I go to the what happens if I get like buzzed at the security part and someone has to pat me down? Like, will I get a male or a female? Do I need to start packing? I don't even pack. Like, I haven't bothered buying anything or trying. Like, it just doesn't, like, it has occurred to me, like, I do feel discomfort down there. My dysphoria isn't really that based around that area, more around my chest, but I haven't bothered. But I'm like, do I have to pack just in case someone has to pat me down? Will I get called out for? Will people like get uncomfortable about the gender thing? I don't really know. It's just kind of little things of that really bother me. And also sharing rooms, I'm not sure. Like, if I end up sharing a room with those guys, I don't want to be sleeping in my binder. Like, fuck that. I'm not gonna just be uncomfortable, but I don't want people to perceive me wrong. I don't know. It's quite a internal inflict, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like I'm doing it on my own. My mum's really, 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 really supportive, so that's good. But I still do feel like it is a personal and individual battle that I have to kind of deal with myself, because I don't really talk to other people about it, like other trans people at all. So yeah. But yeah, there's the TV shows on Channel 4. There's the weekly documentaries on Tuesdays at I think 11, which is kind of annoying. Like, why put something so important, I would say, to like, it's something, it's really good exposure and representation for us to be on TV, but I just kind of, it pisses me off that it's so late at night. Like, why does it have to be so far over the watershed? Like, is it bad? Is it taboo? I don't know. I guess it is taboo. People don't talk about this, but yeah. So yeah, that's on Channel 4 in the UK, obviously, and there's also going to be some documentaries on BBC Three about it. And I think there's something, my mum said there's going to be something about operations going to be on TV as well. But I'm enjoying that. I'm happy. I like that I get to talk to people about it. I can talk to people about the show, not about myself, but just kind of have a just general conversation about trans people that isn't something being like, oh, trannies, transvestites kind of thing. It's more like a very kind of more educated discussion about it, which I feel is bringing me more confidence to be happy about it. Like, I don't really care about being stealth, which is another thing. I don't really care about being stealth, but I'm not going to just throw myself out there and be like, hey, I'm trans, my name's also Rio, but like, it's not the main part of me. It's not my identity. My identity isn't trans. I am myself. Trans comes afterwards. So it's hard to find the balance in where if I'm stealth or if I'm a happily out person. It's just very uncomfortable and worrying. I don't know. There's loads of things bothering me. Like, if I find a person I like, will they beat me up because they have like, what is it? Trans panic or something bullshit that people can use as their reason for killing a trans person because they were in a state of panic because we were lying to them. I don't know. Just little things like that really bother me. Anyway, that was an update of my worries and stuff, I guess. And also just because I like hearing my voice out loud now because I feel comfortable talking. Like, it's a comfortable thing to hear as opposed to hearing my squeaky voice. But yeah, that's all.